So, you want to learn a Romance language, but you're not sure which one. Spanish, Italian, French, Romanian, Portuguese, so many choices. Today I'll walk you through the main Romance languages, their unique features and reasons to learn each one, so that you can find the perfect match for you. But let's start with answering the question, what are the Romance languages? They evolved from Latin and are spoken by millions of people. The most widely spoken are Spanish, French, Portuguese, Italian, and Romanian, but there are others like Catalan, Galician, Sardinian, and others. So why should you consider learning one? First reason is their cultural richness. Romance languages are deeply tied to some of the world's most influential cultures, including music, art, literature, and cuisine. The second reason is the global reach. Together, Romance languages are spoken by over 1 billion people, making them one of the most spoken languages in the world. The third reason is travel opportunities. Knowing Romance languages opens up travel opportunities across Europe, the Americas, Africa, and some parts of Asia. The next reason is career advantages. Knowing a Romance language can boost your resume, especially in the fields like international business, tourism, education, and diplomacy. The next reason is it's just easier to learn for English speakers. Romance languages have lots of similarities in vocabulary with English, making it easier for English speakers to learn these languages rather than some non-Indo-European languages. There are many more reasons to learn a Romance language, but one more cool thing is if you learn one language, it will get much easier to you to learn the other Romance languages. They share a lot of grammar, vocabulary, and even pronunciation patterns. And now let's go over each one to help you find the best fit for yourself. And the first one is the language of pizza, pasta, che vuoi, music, and so much more. I'm starting with Italian because this is the language that I chose to learn. Italian is the language of art, opera, and of course, amazing food. With its melodic sound, it's one of the most beautiful languages to speak. While it's not as widely spoken as Spanish or French, it has over 85 million speakers worldwide, and it is spoken not only in Italy but also in Switzerland, San Marino, Vatican, and some parts of Croatia. So why you might choose to learn Italian? First of all, it's an incredibly beautiful, melodic, and romantic language. It literally sounds like music, and honestly, I don't know a single person in the world who doesn't like the sound of Italian. Then, Italy is a very popular tourist destination, so in case you are planning to travel to Italy, your experience is going to be so much richer if you can speak at least some Italian. Plus, it's going to be useful not only in Italy, but also if you're going to travel to Istria part of Croatia or Switzerland. Italian culture is one of the most popular reasons to learn its language. Many people just fall in love with it, and learning Italian is kind of a way to romanticize their life and just learn more about something really exciting. So I wouldn't say learning Italian is practical or useful in case you're not going to travel to Italy or you live far away, but it's definitely a very enjoyable experience and you never know where it can lead you. As for me, it is both enjoyable and practical. Since I live in Croatia now, I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to use this language. And speaking of learning Italian, I have to share one amazing tool I found, which is called FluentU. It completely changed the way I learn languages. With FluentU, I can watch Netflix and YouTube in Italian, even as a beginner, using the Chrome extension. Whenever I don't know a word, I just click on it to see the translation along with real-life examples, images, and even links to other videos where the word appears. No need to pause, switch apps, or look things up. It's all right there. But FluentU is so much more than just an extension. It's a full language learning platform available on web, iOS, and Android. And one of my favorite features is that you can save the words with just a click to your vocabulary list, and FluentU will create personalized quizzes for you, building from words to full sentences, helping you remember and actually use what you learn. And by the way, it's not only for Italian. FluentU works for Spanish, French, German, and many other languages. And they also have libraries for beginners, and as a beginner, it's always hard to find authentic content to learn with, and FluentU helps you learn with natural, authentic, everyday speech. So many amazing features, and if you already want to start watching Netflix and YouTube in your target language and actually learn while doing so, don't forget to check out FluentU. The link is in the description and you can get a discount and a free trial period with it. Huge thanks to FluentU for sponsoring this portion of the video, and we're moving to our next language, Spanish. The language of flamenco, telenovelas, salsa, and paella. Spanish is the second most widely spoken language by native speakers with over 500 million people. It's the official language in 21 countries from Mexico to Spain to Argentina, and it's also widely spoken in the United States. So the first reason to learn Spanish is obvious. It's the most practical choice among Romance languages since it's the most spoken one. By the way, if you speak Arabic, you can notice something too. Because of the Moorish influence in Spain, around 4,000 words have Arabic origins, including azúcar, almohada, and ojalá. It's also one of the easiest languages to learn for English speakers, thanks to its straightforward grammar and pronunciation rules. And there are tons of resources for Spanish, so you'll definitely find something that will suit your needs. If you want better career opportunities, Spanish is in a high demand in areas like business, healthcare, and education, especially in the United States. Of course, a lot of popular travel destinations are Spanish-speaking countries, so if you want to travel to these places, you will ensure yourself an amazing experience. Plus, Spanish people are very happy when you try to learn this language, and they will praise your language skills even if you just say "Hola, ¿qué tal?" and it really motivates you a lot. But it's not true about all of the Romance languages, so let's move to our next one, the language of love, croissants, haute couture, and amazing landmarks like the Eiffel Tower. Of course, it's French. Unlike Italian or Spanish, you'll probably have to try harder in order to impress French native speakers. But we're not learning the language for someone's approval, right? French is spoken on almost every continent, not just in France, and it's an official language in 27 or 29 countries, and it's highly used in diplomacy and international business. French has over 320 million speakers worldwide. By the way, French is the second most studied language worldwide after English. French pronunciation can be tricky, but it's a beautiful language with deep roots in fashion, cinema, and cuisine. So this language can be quite practical as well, and it increases your career opportunities too. About 45% of modern English have words of French origin, so you might already know more French than you think. Fun fact, French was the language of the European aristocracy for centuries, so learning it makes you a part of a long-lasting tradition of sophistication. Just as with previous two languages, there are many tourist destinations where French is spoken. French culture is also very rich. Art, music, cinema, cuisine, all of that just makes you fall in love and want to learn French. But before you fall in love, let's move to our next language. The language of samba, carnival, bossa nova, and the sea. Why sea? Because Portugal's explorers spread it across the globe during the Age of Discovery. Portuguese is spoken by over 260 million people, mainly in Brazil and Portugal, but also in Africa and some parts of Asia. It has a rhythmic and expressive sound, and if you already know Spanish, learning Portuguese is much easier. Brazilian Portuguese has a lot of influences from indigenous languages and African cultures, making it unique compared to European Portuguese. Portuguese is the fastest growing European language after English, and it's a gateway to other Lusophone or Portuguese-speaking countries. Also, Brazil's economy is growing fast and there are already many job opportunities for Portuguese speakers, and I believe there will be more. Portuguese connects you to diverse cultures, from carnival in Rio to the historic fado music of Lisbon. Learning Portuguese opens doors to vibrant traditions that other Romance languages just don't cover. And the last one for today, the language of Dracula, medieval castles, the Carpathian Mountains, and unique folklore. Romanian might surprise you. It's a Romance language, but with a twist. Although it's a Romance language, about 10 to 15% of words comes from Slavic languages due to the long history of interactions. Among all Romance languages, Romanian is the closest one to Latin in terms of its grammar and structure, especially in verb conjugations and noun cases. Most Romance languages lost the noun case system, but Romanian still uses them. It has 5 grammatical cases. It's a great language for those who want something unique, but still connected to the Romance language family. Romanian is the only Romance language spoken in Eastern Europe, and few people learn Romanian, so knowing it can make you stand out in areas like diplomacy or academia. Romania is also an affordable and beautiful travel destination with rich history and culture. It's a linguistic bridge between Eastern and Western Europe, making it a rare and intriguing choice for language learners. So, which Romance language should you learn? It really depends on your goals, location, background, and many other factors. But if we were to generalize and make a short summary, we would get something like this. If you want a widely spoken language with many career opportunities, go for Spanish. If you are drawn to culture, art, and global influence, then French might be your match. If you're a foodie or art lover, Italian is calling your name. If you're fascinated by Brazil or global exploration, consider Portuguese. And if you're looking for something unique and off the beaten path, Romanian might be perfect for you. But of course, everyone will have their own reasons. Maybe it's your romantic partner, maybe a new job, maybe just a song you heard. If you're learning any Romance language, let me know in the comments below what are your reasons for doing that. No matter which one you choose, learning any Romance language will open doors to new cultures, experiences, people, and opportunities. And honestly, we don't have to choose just one. I hope you found this video interesting and fun. If so, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to my channel. And in case you're interested in Slavic languages, maybe I have a very detailed guide on those, so check this out. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!